you give us an update on Max and whether it's likely to suit up Saturday night?
Oh, look, we're hopeful. We've still got main training to go, so we'll do match committee after training. But he's out there preparing to fully train, and hopefully he's good to go.
Given the every game is so important right now, captain, influential player, is there a certain keenness from Max to play sort of no matter what?
I think there was a keenness for Max to play the day after he broke his leg, so he's really driven, skipper of the club. So he's certainly doing everything he can to be ready.
What are you expecting to have him right now? Picturing Saturday night, are you expecting him out there?
Yeah, as I said, we are, but he's still got to get through main training, so we'll see how that goes, and hopefully he's ready to go.
And what about Simon? How's he at the moment? Can you give us a health update on the coach?
Bit crook, the coach. Yeah, he's just got an infection, but he's okay. He's at home resting, and hopefully he's ready to go for the game as well.
What's the contingency if he's still unwell come Saturday?
Oh, we haven't spoken about it yet. We're expecting he'll be fine.
Would you want to coach if he's not available?
Look, it's not going to be about whoever coaches. You know, we've got a good group of coaches, so whoever, if that case happens, anyone will be ready to step up.
Who's coordinating today in the absence of Simon?
So all of us, we're all just running it together. Troy Chaplin's been here a long time, Greg Stafford, Choco Williams is here, so there's a good coaching group. Sam Radford runs our education program and training program, so we're all fully prepared to go.
So just on Sunday, the numbers, midfield numbers were quite stark. Can you tell us about the review that you had with the whole playing group, but also the mids as well?
Yeah, oh look, it was an incredibly disappointing day. When you get smacked around the ball like that, you really don't give yourself much of a chance of winning. So that was very disappointing from our point of view. We just didn't get it done in there in the midfield. Freo were very good. A lot of credit goes to them, but we're disappointed with it, and we'll look to rectify that this week.
As the midfield coach,
You had to point that out, did you, Drew? Right.
Do you look to put the heat on the mids to rectify it this week?
Look, it's not about putting the heat on them. It's about finding solutions to get better. Like, we clearly didn't get it done, myself included. But we've had a strong review yesterday, and we've got some plans to make it better.
What was the most concerning aspect?
Look, our game's built on contest. So we went minus 36 contest. A lot of that at clearance, but over the last 6 weeks, we've been pretty good in that phase of the game. But this week, we were really disappointing.
Did you feel particular? I mean, Christian Petrarca is a massive loss. Max Gawn is a massive loss. Was that just the culmination of missing such influential players? What you see on Sunday?
As good as those players are, the week before against Essendon, we were pretty good in the space. So look, we just had a really poor day. Certainly those guys would help, but they're not there, and they're not going to be there. Certainly Track's not going to be there. So we've just got to continue to find ways to get better.
GWS are particularly strong in that area of the game, so they've looked into ways to get it better.
Yeah, particularly Briggs and Green. They're really strong, big contested beasts around the ball. So we're going to have some challenges there, but they've also got a lot of speed on the outside. So there's, it's a couple of facets of the game we have to look after.
Some good news with the contract. So Harrison Petty and Taylor Windsor, just on Harrison in particular, speculation about potential move away from the club. So how important is it to have him locked away from them?
Oh, it's a terrific result. It's awesome. We love Pets here at the footy club. He's building his footy every week. He's got such flexibility for us. Plays across different parts of the ground, and we're wrapped he's going to be here for a few more years.
How have you seen the move, having him in the ruck over the last couple of weeks? I know there's been a lot of discussion about how to replace Max. I think that's a role that you see Harry in longer term required.
Yeah, look, he's played second ruck for us for a lot of this year and done it in the past as well, and he's got a skill set that can do that. Ruck is it's a really difficult position, and there's a lot of things that go into it, but he can do that for us.
Do you think you felt the absence of perhaps that sort of that traditional proper older backup ruckman the last couple of weeks? Like, not every club's going to have a Brody Grundy as a second ruck, obviously, but having to bring, say, Harrison Petty, who's probably a key position player, and then Fuller's not ready to go. Have you sort of felt that hole in your list a little bit, do you think?
I think after last week's game at Essendon, we wouldn't have said that. We were able to compete in that space, and there's just so many parts that go into it. A lot of it is, the ruck's got to compete, but there's also a lot of ground level stuff that we can do to manage that situation.
Just some reports in the last 24 hours about Clayton Oliver. There's maybe some tension and frustration around his form and role. Can you shed any light on that?
Yeah, it's just not true. Clayton's great. He's really determined to play great footy for us, be a great teammate. You look at him every time he comes to training, and the kid's hungry to improve. he probably hasn't played as well as he has in previous years, but he's still doing a role for us. And I think Goody mentioned a couple of weeks ago, teams are still tagging him. So there's a lot of stuff he's doing right, and he's determined to improve.
Where do you think that speculation will come from?
Not sure.
Whitfield's been in stellar form for GWS. It feels like they get a lot of drive from their back half. Would you look to put some time into him, potentially from the start, or if he gets off the chain?
Yeah, he's a great player. He's been an All-Australian player before, and I'm pretty sure he has been, and he does provide a lot of drive for them. He's an elite runner, so we're wary of him, and we'll have discussions in our strategy meetings about whether we put some plans to him.
Alex and the Bulls played similar roles to that this year's. He be one you look at potentially.
Oh, look, he's got a skill set that could match it with him, but we're just going to have to sit down and work out what the best plan is for us.
How do you feel about this run-in just outside the area? You're not far away if you can get everything right. Do you feel this group's capable of coming on into finding some better form and then making a proper run for the top?
100%. I think the last month of footy prior to the Fremantle game, we were in really strong form. Our game's built on contest and pressure. That's no secret, and we figured that out the last month. We were playing much better in that space, and I think if we can continue to get that back, which will be our aim this weekend, we can be competitive against anyone.
A lot of talk about elimination finals, 8 pointers. Is that how it feels to you?
We watched a little documentary on Roger Federer yesterday, and every point's worth the same amount. So every game's 4 points, but they're all big games. We can't hide behind that. The competition's so tight, but they're all worth 4 points, and we're just, we've got 5 or 6 more opportunities to keep putting our foot forward and improving our footy.
You back this group, the experience you've had, you've been to the top. You know how to climb Everest. Back in the group.
100%. They're a driven group. They want to improve. They've still got lots of desire in this group. We've got some young players that haven't experienced it, so we've got a bit of a mixture of that, and they're driven.
Want to see more from the D's? Then don't forget to subscribe up here.